Bonjour. Alright, let's get straight into it today, shall we? What is this message about, please, Spirit? What does this collective need to hear today? Alright, for 18th of October could be important. You've got wine, developing over time, flavour, family legacy, the good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transformed, ripening, ages well, with supportive friend, which is the dog, peer, sibling, pet, soulmate, healthcare provider, dependable, helpful, faithful companion. Okay, number 9, which is the bouquet, that's the reconciliation card. Number 22, the crossroads. It's also a travel card. And we've got book, 26th of October. So you've got the 18th of October and the 26th of October. So that's a memory. Let me just get one more for this. It's like I'm feeling like there's something that's been developing over some time now, and there is something that's about to, or there's things that you're not sure about or don't know about a certain situation when it comes to someone that you feel this love for. And you're about to be given a choice about which way you want to go with this. But reconciliation is definitely, literally on the cards here. Queen of Water, so you could be a Scorpio or just a water sign in general, but this is the Death card. You're going through a rebirth. Something had to end so that you could find yourself, I just heard. And also something had to end so something else could begin. Not just reconciliation with someone, but within yourself. You've been very focused on, October's important here because this even says October 22nd to November 21st, and you've got the 18th and the 26th of November. Well, that could be important too, but of October. But I think that you've really tapped into things that you're passionate about, and you're quite a perceptive person. Maybe even psychic, maybe you've tapped into your psychic abilities, but you're very focused right now and determined on your goals. And I think whatever it is here that you've been hoping for, this reconciliation, hoping for someone to develop and become a faithful companion, a soulmate. Perhaps something is about to come across your table, a secret or something that's been hidden from you that is now going to require you to make a decision on which way to move forward. This is within 3 to 6 months. All right, wine. that was Milky Way, which is networking and social media, so that could be something. Number 22, the Crow, memories. That's 2 cards about memories now and mystery. So there's something that you're remembering at the moment that's potentially bringing up feelings for you as far as how far you've come. If you've got memories resurfacing where you're thinking or things are coming up for you of how you used to be, and it's reminding you how far you've come. But this is also a magical power. So I think that you're, again, with this Death card, you have been developing this magical power within, and there's a new event coming here. Something that's going to show up transformed. It could even just be yourself. You're going to be transformed through whatever this is. The 22nd of April. Alright, the dog. Number 29, so that's you. You're the loyal companion. You're the faithful companion. You pride yourself on being a supportive friend, dependable, helpful. 29th of October could be important. Okay, so you've got 2 travel cards now. So under reconciliation, you've got steady forward movement tracks. The 9th of March, one way, go the distance, direct route, autopilot, traveling, I think I can, on track, focal point. I think whatever this reconciliation is, it's a romantic situation that has been developing over a long time here. Maybe something you even gave up faith over. But it's on track right now, and there's definitely something coming forward to you with this. This is something that can go the distance. And I think as well, this is perhaps the mystery, the thing that you can't see right now. Road. Okay, so under road, you've got number 9A, the 22nd of September. Imposing, powerful, independent, time alone. Attitude is everything. Calm, cool, and collected. Confident, and solidarity. I think that, and the letter Q and the letter A. I think this is more about your approach to the situation. Again, you're going to be offered multiple choices, and it's about you making a decision. And they're saying you're going to need time alone to process what your choices are before making a decision. But I feel like you're going to approach it cool, calm, and collected. Like you're going to be quite, I think you're going to have the right attitude about this and be very confident in the decision that you make. Book. The Divine Feminine. 32 and 8, the Moon. I think perhaps there's memory, for that to confirm the book, I'm feeling definitely like there is memories resurfacing for you, for memories that have been in your subconscious for a long time, that is piquing your intuition right now. This is also about romance and affection and recognition. So you could also be about to get recognition from someone that has been on your heart for a long time. They could be about to offer you an invitation somewhere, ask you out. But I think you've actually, if you've questioned whether you've come into your divine feminine energy, this situation that's about to present itself is going to show you where you are on the journey. You're going to understand how far you've come when this is presented to you, especially with your attitude towards it and the confidence you have in it. But again, the moon is things that are about to be illuminated. So it's something, again, the mystery, you can't see it. So I think that this is something that maybe you can feel something coming, but you don't know what that thing is yet. Queen of Water. So you've got the divine feminine here twice too, because this one here is the feminine energy and this one is the divine feminine. Okay, communication. So within the next 3 to 6 months, you're about to get communication. It could be, so this is writing communication, could be fax, could be email, mail, like a literal letter that gets mailed to you. But notes, records, news, memo, making contact, info, written documents. The 27th of July. Something that ended quite some time ago is about to come back in. Someone's about to make contact with you in the next 3 to 6 months, or it could just be from October 22nd, well, that's already passed, November 21st, so over the next couple of weeks during this Mercury retrograde. And you're going to have a choice here to make. Number 23 on the bottom, which is yarn, complicated circumstances. So if there's situations connected to this person that are complicated, that's going to be addressed here. But at the same time, you might feel like this person's stringing you along, and maybe that's where the attitude or the decision comes in. This says unraveled, and straight away I'm thinking about a lot of things unraveling for you when it comes to this person that reconciliation hovers around. And this also could be someone that you had a lot of hassles with, a lot of problems with, and you might even question what you feel for them anymore. Underneath that, firefly, so that's again illumination. The moon's about to illuminate something, but there's chemistry here. Another card of magic, self-discovery, soul spark, light codes, fire, creative spark, and someone exceptional. I just want to get one more. Who is this communication from, please? It could be a Scorpio that you're about to get this communication from. Stallion, number 4, the letter A again. Break free, wild versus tame, strong emotions, desire, driving force, unbridled sexual energy, freedom, unleash the inner beast. This is someone that has a lot of passion for you and they want to come. They're very, not in a bad way, but forceful. Like they really have strong emotions for you, and the desire is going to be their driving force to come towards you. It's almost like they want to break free from their life, or they want to break free from the shackles that they've had on them and come towards you and have victory here. You've got the trophy, number 31, so the 31st of April. But win, victory, reputation, success, key experience, merit, goals, recognition, fame, deserve an award, ambition, achievement. I did say, who is this communication coming from? And my first instinct was to say this is someone that feels very strongly for you and they want to come, they're very determined to come towards you. But I also just heard as well, it could be that this offer or this person coming through with communication could be what breaks you free from it, from the connection, because you've got a choice to make here. You're going to have options, so it could break you free, and by doing so you may have, I think either way you're going to have success, whether you choose to give this person a chance or you choose to walk away, you're going to have success here. But let's get into it. What is this reconciliation, please? You've got Cancer season on one side and Aquarius season on the other. What is this reconciliation energy, please? Sparkle. You're in your Empress area. You're radiating right now, and that's probably why this person's desire for you is so strong as well. But I just can't get past that complicated card. DNA upgrade. So I think you've been going through a lot of changes and you're feeling it. You can feel things changing within you, and you're not seeing the physical reality of that yet, but you can feel it internally. Ascension. You're ascending right now. Light, again, light codes, leveling up, you're upgrading. DNA upgrades followed by ascension. You're going through a huge upgrade right now. Karmic energy, highs and lows, turbulence. So this is someone that maybe doesn't align with you anymore. It's like, you know, this person when they show up isn't on the same frequency as you anymore. There's someone that holds a lot of karmic energy. But they're watching you, and no wonder, because you're glowing up, you're radiant, you're sparkling. They can feel and see that there's something different about you. You've gone through something and you've been upgrading, and they're watching you like a hawk. Social media, spying, lurking. Scorpio season. So that's Scorpio's come out twice. So again, I feel like this person's a Scorpio. This one says October 23rd to November 21st, but either way, sometime in November. And I actually feel like during this time period, October 23rd to November 21st, so the current energy, this is the time in which you are upgrading, that you are changing, you're leveling up, becoming that Empress. Ascension. Psychic abilities. You're really tapping into your psychic abilities here, because that's come out quite a bit already as well. This ascension, this upgrade that you're going through, you're receiving light codes and your psychic abilities are leveling up. And this is what I mean. It's like you can feel something's coming. It's almost like I keep hearing the word vibration, like you're vibrating high right now. So I think you've got a lot of eyes on you, because it's almost like you've been rearranged from the inside, and now it's actually starting to come out of you. Karmic energy. Let it go. Ex situations and thoughts. I think that this karmic situation is an ex that you potentially have held on to for a long time, but because you're going through this ascension, because your DNA is being upgraded, it's like the person that you saw as your person in the past is someone that you have to let go of now, because you're evolving beyond that level of relationship. And perhaps that's what you can feel coming. Maybe you're about to break free from your shackles to this connection. You've been on this karmic energy loop with this person for a while. Clairsentience, your clear feeling, your senses, your energy. And this is what I'm saying. You can feel something coming. You can feel a change, but you don't know what it is yet. It's still a mystery. Reunion. I mean, you did get reconciliation. This is what I mean. This feeling you've got that something is coming. It's reunion. Can I get one more for that, please? Yeah, action. This is exactly what I mean. In the first deck, you got that horse card, the breaking free. They're rushing towards you. And then in this deck, it's like you can feel something coming. It's like you're vibrating. There's something that's so close. And because the energy's coming closer to you, it's like you can feel the chaos inside you. And it's because this person's racing towards you. They're about to take action because they want to reunite here. And you can feel this coming. Reignited on the bottom, old flame, past lover returns. Literally, someone is about to return wanting reunion with you, and it's coming in quick. This feels now, like now energy. Okay. Your psychic abilities are being very activated right now. I just want to get, what is this energy coming in, please? What is this energy coming in, please? Confession. They want to confess to you. A lost loved one watches over you, so I think your angels have been slowly guiding this back together. And I think with that karmic energy, this is someone that you've had very high highs and very low lows with, which that in itself may have been why you've been separated from this person. You've got so many cards about it being a past person, a past lover, an ex, someone that perhaps you had to walk away from, but that you've been guided through this whole journey. And this is now, it's like that reconciliation period where it's the energy, you're starting to, you yourself are leveling up, but I actually think the connection's leveling up, and you're starting to, you're reaching that alignment where you're both on the same frequency now, where reconciliation is possible here, and you're both being guided to this. Confession. Someone has something to tell you. Give it time. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. And I think that's this energy that's coming towards you. So I think that they have been going through certain ascensions and leveling ups themselves to prepare them to come towards you. And they themselves have been guided by their ancestors, their spirit team on this journey as well. Confession. Fire sign. So this is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So don't make it fit. But they have a lot of passion for you, and they want to express that breaking free, that untamed, that wild versus tame. They have, where is it? What's that deck? Let me find that card. Yeah, break free, wild versus tame, strong emotions, desire, driving force. That's the passion of this fire sign, the sexual energy, the unleashing the inner beast. They feel very strongly. It's their driving force to come forward to confess to you how they feel. Okay, Guardian. Okay, be careful if someone's sneaky. So I think that this is where you're being guided to trust your intuition here, because I think that especially because there's confession here. Yes, this feels like reunion energy, but I feel like there's some things that need to be revealed here, some confessions that might require you to take some time to process and ponder what decision you want to make here, because ultimately if this person comes in offering or wanting reunion with you, but they need to reveal some truths, you will feel whether there's not being completely transparent with you and you're not getting the whole truth. So just be careful. Trust what your inner knowing is telling you. All right, give it time. Intimacy. So the sexual chemistry, again, the reminiscing, but manifest, tell the universe exactly what you want, and this energy, they are wanting to be with you. They've been trying to manifest you back into their life. But that eagerness to get you back could potentially have some secrets attached to it. So just, if you don't feel like you're getting the whole story, then trust that feeling. Okay, let's get these no communication cards then. What does this person want to say to the collective? What is this communication coming in, please? Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's just easier to stay in silence. I think they're in silence currently. I think it's like they have so much passion towards you and want to come towards you, but then they don't know actually how to articulate what to say to you. I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. And that's the thing. They could say that, exactly that. But for some reason, they're still stuck on how to speak to you. And this even says, will you listen? There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? Which tells me, especially with this I'm sorry, they know that they've caused a lot of pain and damage here for you. Especially because they're watching and they can see you glowing and how much you've developed over this time. Finding myself under feeling lost, but that's good. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space, and I think that this person... It's one thing to know you've done something wrong or done multiple things wrong, but it's another to actually go and do the work and get the help, because unfortunately a lot of times, especially with masculines, unfortunately their ego matters more to them than their love for you. And they have to want to change. But I feel this feels like someone that wants to be different, which is good. Your perfection. Your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. Father wounds. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine within me and externally. Jealousy. I'm very jealous. I can barely stand it. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. You're my favorite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share. You're my person. One more, please. One more, please. Too many. Focused on money. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is my financial stability. That's good though. Wow, they're really being fussy. Will you listen? One more, please. Okay, so father wounds came out. So that is exactly the way that they behaved and the way they treated you. The turbulence, the highs and lows, comes from their father wounds. The future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old. I want it all. And that requires them to do the work. And like I said, unfortunately, a lot of masculines, their ego and their pride is more important to them than their love for their feminine. But I think in this case, this person is really reflecting on the damage they've caused here and want to be better. I think having you in their life and having their future with you, hopefully, is taking priority over their ego. Let's get their current energy then. What is this person's current energy? The connecting energy to this collective, please. What is the energy of this masculine? The beaver, that's very good. They want to build a life for themselves and with you in it. What is the current energy of the feminine, please? I'm really, the elk, I'm really happy to see that. Yeah. I had this yesterday too. I think even the last couple of days, my readings, the feminine is coming out as masculine because they're sitting in their masculine energy where they're doing well for themselves. Okay, the beaver. Hard worker, loyal, and they are working on their finances, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcomed sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home and financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. And this is what I mean. This is good because a lot of masculines never reach that divine energy because they keep falling short to temptations and living how they've always lived because they don't want to do the work. They avoid. It's so weird. It's like, why wouldn't you want to just clear all that out? It's so strange. But anyway, the ego is a powerful thing. But this masculine, this is so good. This is so good because it means that they're wanting to work through it. Whether it's going to take weeks, months, or years, they're determined to have the life that they desire. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort. It can also signify it's time for some karma yoga, which is selfless service. When in balance, happy and meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless and worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor and selfless service. This masculine, I think, is very determined towards you and reconciliation, and they want to do the work and they know it's hard, but they want to persevere, and that is divine masculine energy. Persevering and being determined and being assertive, taking action towards bettering yourself. humbling yourself, removing the ego and the superficial connections and the drugs and the alcohol and the just all that yucky stuff. They want to face their demons and do the work, and that's what you want to see. Okay, the elk. So this is the feminine energy, stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many challenges. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, supportive, kind, consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. To bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. You're both in very good energy. Okay, what is the truth of this connection, please? I just started feeling really upset, like choked up. I'm feeling a lot of fear coming up. And I feel like this is the person that's coming. Okay, that was a bit intense. Okay. What is the universal truth of this connection? What is this reunion coming in? Well, that's good. Kisses, unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Okay, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So this is what I mean about the past version of this person still lingers in your mind. So, and I think that will be activated when this person comes forward, and if you feel like they're being sneaky or you're not getting the whole story, there's something there with that. It might activate that. It might take you back to memories of this person being deceptive or sneaky, and you'll start to replay the old story in your mind. Events from your connection with this person in the past will start to resurface. Love, so you've got both unconditional loving. You've got both unconditional cards that have come out, both kisses and love. Unconditionally loving, unconditional love, giving and receiving affection, self-love, oneness, passion, falling in love, affection, attraction. There is so much here. I think as well, it's like that energy that you're picking up where you can feel something coming, but you're not sure what it is, you can't see it yet, is vibrating so high that it's creating, it may even feel like internally you're going through a tower, even though physically what is going on in your life, there's nothing inherently wrong, everything's fine, but internally you're feeling this chaos inside. because it's like these energies merging into one, coming into oneness, and it's a very strong vibration, and it's almost like you feel like your body can't hold it. Kisses. Heartbroken. So the heartbreak that happened here, both handling it completely differently, but still both feeling that deep hurt, that sadness because of the separation. And it's creating, I think, in this person, especially because they said, I'm feeling lost, and they're trying to find themselves. They're going through a lot of grieving, not just over the loss of this connection with you. My voice is getting all croaky. But also just in heartbreak of their life up to this point, not just the heartbreak that you two share, although that was like a catalyst that broke you both open, but all the times in their life that they've been brokenhearted from their family, from their friends, any betrayals in their life, breaking their own heart. Cassette. Okay, so this is coffee cup. That's meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and also friendship. I think that clearly a conversation is needed here to clear the air, to it's a conversation where, even though it might be difficult to have and certain things need to be brought up to clear out, that's exactly what it's for. It's to clear this out. It's to reconnect and really start to understand each other and the things that happened in the past that you don't want to replay again in your future together. This to me feels like you both have things that you replay over in your mind that need to be cleared. The air needs to be cleared here. Because I think you're both stuck in outdated thinking right now. Love. Axe, yeah. So the way that this was ended here really forced you to go into really focus on self-love, because this is probably the most painful breakup card. It's someone cutting you off. It's the axe. It's literally chopping this off and completely abandoning the connection, and you, or whoever the person that ended it, left the other one abandoned and completely just gave the silent treatment to, and really it's very painful. And I think it's taken a lot of work for you to find that unconditional love within, but as well as practicing self-love so that you could move past the pain of this breakup. This is something where the love wasn't the issue. It's that you loved each other so deeply, but you were both in a broken place when you met. So you were reflecting a lot of pain on each other, even though you love each other so much. Yeah, it comes from feeling not worthy, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, jealousy. This is self-sabotaging behavior because inherently you don't feel worthy of one another, and that is what has needed to be worked on here with this unconditional love. Finding that within, not having just compassion for the other person and letting them treat you badly, but having compassion for yourself. And this is what I mean as well about with the masculines, their ego and their pride is more important to them than their love for you. And it's a wound that they really struggle to bring down because they just want to be right, or they want to feel like they're in control all the time, instead of really doing the work because it's uncomfortable and it's painful and they have to break down to do it. and they just don't want to let go of that control. So their ego and their pride, a lot of times they just end up living out the rest of their life in the same cycles, over doing the hard work now. But I feel like the energy that I'm getting from this masculine doesn't want to live the rest of their life living this way. They want to do the work. They're that beaver energy. They're persevering, and they know it's going to take time, but they're willing to do it. They're willing to work through their fear issues, their ego issues, their self-sabotaging behaviors. Not enough. Yeah. I think this is a mixture of them hiding their true feelings from you, but I think they're on the verge of revealing those feelings, mixed with being about to take that chance. This is not showing hand, hiding your true feelings, but I think they're about to take a chance. They're about to take a risk and come back towards this collective, wanting to work on this, wanting to be together and work on being together as one. Paradise, perfect, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. What is your perspective on this, please? What is the collective's perspective on this connection, please? Okay, healing mind, body and spirit. I think that's what you've been heavily focused on, healing yourself. And you got sparkle and let it go as well, just like they did. I think that they're noticing, because this is you, you're feeling like you're so focused on feeling better within and coming into oneness within, integrating the healed divine feminine and the healed divine masculine within you, coming into oneness again with yourself, that you are starting to sparkle, and they're seeing that. And I think you yourself are noticing that you're starting to change and you're feeling the difference within yourself. And because of that, it's actually helping you let go of those ruminating thoughts that you have about the situation with this ex. And even that in itself is you're starting to notice the change within, and how you're not holding on so tightly to this person anymore. And funnily enough, that's what's drawing them back in. Soulmates. And you got the intimacy intensity too. So there's a lot of mirrored cards here. I think it's like you found this balance where you know that the chemistry is there, you know that you two are drawn to one another, but you're also letting go of the outcome here, of needing to know when are they going to come back, or what's my purpose in this life. You're more focused on what you need to find that harmony in your own self, your own soul, and balancing that in the 3D reality. Because at the end of the day, you can be as spiritual all you want, but if you don't know how to balance it in your physical reality, you're going to feel like you're out of balance all the time. It's about finding harmony between the two. And I think that as well, recognizing that this situation with this person activated you on this journey. That intensity cracked you open. Healing. Yeah. Healing the wounded feminine. I think that's been your main focus. I think you recognize the shadow aspects of yourself, and you've been working on healing those parts. Because you don't want to keep living out of that wounded feminine. And I feel like it's the same with the masculine. And it makes sense because you're mirroring in a lot of ways. I think you're further along than they are. There's always a lag. They're always behind the feminine. The feminine lead the way in healing, and you feed that through to them. But the issue is that a lot of times, even though they'll be getting those intuitive nudges or they will be getting those signs to do the work, their ego gets in the way, and that's why they're always behind, because they're always resisting change. They're resisting doing the work because of their ego. But I think in this case, I still think the masculine's behind the feminine, but he actually is aware and wants to make changes and is willing to put the time in, no matter how long it takes. That's the difference. That's facing your shadow. And I think you're leading the way with that. But through this separation, it's driven you to do that work to become this empress, to find your sparkle again. I think you probably felt for a long time you lost your sparkle because of the separation, and even feared that you would never get it back, that you were just going through the motions every day because you were in so much pain. But it's like you've cracked through and you're starting to let go of situations now. You're like seeing the whole story kind of thing, and you're not bound by it anymore. It's like, yes, these horrible things happened to me. Yes, they treated me terribly. Yes, I have trauma from my childhood, but I want to find me again and be in that balanced self. And you're letting it go. Okay, so you're seeing their name everywhere. And also, I see that as baby names too. So if you and this person had a list of baby names, those baby names that you had on your list might be showing up a lot around you as well. That's reminding you of them. It's taking you to thoughts of them. And that could also be you feeling like, am I feeling them about to come back in to my physical reality? Soulmates. Self-love. So this romantic bond with this person ultimately brought you home to yourself and the care and love that you have for your own soul. That self-love, that appreciation for knowing who you are and what you bring and the energy that you share. And practicing every day speaking the way that you would want someone to have spoken to you and treated you as a child and as an adult. Being kind to yourself, practicing it on yourself, not just to others. Intimacy. This is how you feel about this situation, so this is very good. Your magic. I don't think you've got chaser here. I don't think that you're chasing this person anymore. I think you've let it go and you're believing in what is meant for you will come for you, but believing in your own magic. And that intense pull, that intimacy you feel towards them. It's like you're done. You're sick of that cat and mouse game, that push and pull. When they're ready to come back in, you have faith and belief that they will come back in the right energy. Your supernatural abilities, your magic and your belief in what is coming for you is helping you to let go of the timing here and the outcome. Yes, see, you're mirroring. You're mirroring each other. How does this collective feel about the masculine, please? What's their perception of the masculine, please? So So you think that they're quite intuitive themselves. You feel like if they could just trust and believe in their own magic, that they could find their way back to you. But you're not holding on to that outcome either. It's like you're holding love for them, but also knowing your value, knowing your worth, and knowing what happened to you, that even though it's not okay and you found your worth because of it, that you still hold love for them and trust that they will find their way. Solar plexus. That if they can find the willpower to work through their demons, they will find strength and confidence in themselves again. And it's not just about coming back to the feminine, it's about the masculine, finding that for themselves. Sunflowers could be a sign for you. But sunflowers, no matter what, they always face the sun. So they always find the light. And I feel like you believe that this masculine can find the light. One more. And perhaps as well, you always felt like that was an area that they were blocked in. It's like their ego and their arrogance, I guess, would make it seem like they were confident and strong, but it was all a facade. You know that true strength, true confidence comes from living authentically. It's not pretending to be strong and confident, it's actually embodying that. And I think you could see that in them. You could see through the pretending that they were okay. And that can be confronting for someone when you can see right through their behaviour. Okay, yeah, you got heart chakra that came out with divine masculine. So you do see them as your divine masculine, and this is what I mean. Your heart's open to them now. And there's a lot of healing to be done when you come into reunion too, because you'll both still get triggered again. So you need to learn how to face those triggers together so that you can maintain a relationship without self-sabotaging again. So that's something that I think that you recognize as well. And you've accepted that the love you have for this person is eternal. I think you still have a lot of compassion for your masculine. This is who you know that they can be. And I think that you've accepted things as they are now. You still accept them, you still love them, you still have compassion, but you're not holding on to the outcome anymore. Because you know that unless they came back as this, full of love and compassion themselves, and truly sitting in that divine masculine energy, they won't be able to be in your life. But I think that this is what you hold, this is how you perceive them to be, their true self, their potential. Yeah, you're in no contact, but we already know that. Okay, so what needs to be surrendered to right now? Mirrors. First one out, mirrors, number 11. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. Number 5, telepathic messages. I feel you pulling away, and it triggers my fears that you'll leave me for good, especially because you've come into acceptance. You're having compassion for yourself and you're valuing yourself. So they can feel you pulling away because your energy is leveling up and they need to catch up. And it's triggering them, but it's triggering them to grow, which is good. Number 3, the same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. And I think that's what's happening now, pure magic. I think you both are leveling up. You're both going through DNA upgrades. It's uncomfortable. It's mucky. It's upsetting, clearly. Might make you feel anxious, but all this stuff, it's like I can feel, it's like this energy where it's just so intense and you can feel it coming, and they're feeling it too. You now need to allow things to, both of you need to surrender and allow this magic to bring you both back together and trust in it, which I think you are. Mirrors. Number 7 and number 6. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others do the same. That's why it feels so hard, and again, why masculines a lot of times are just bound to repeating the same cycles, because it's hard work and it's upsetting and they don't want to deal with it. And so they let their ego and fear run their life. But in this case, I feel like this masculine is prepared to do the work. They want to ascend, they want to upgrade, they want to level up. Yeah, see, number 7, I feel insecure and it's pushing me to grow, but it's actually pushing them to grow. They're not hiding, they're not retreating to old comforts. They're trying to face the muck and go through it. 11th of June and 11th of July. What was that? Okay, telepathic messages. Communication, number 2. When our conversations are lighthearted and playful, it eases the tension that is sometimes there when we talk. And that's what I was feeling with that liar card. Not because they've got something malicious. Their intentions aren't malicious. They're not trying to lie or be sneaky. But I do think that the way they approach might come across a bit casual, a bit lighthearted, because they don't... Like, as in, I don't think they're rushing in with a huge declaration and like pulling all their cards out on the table. I think they will want to kind of touch base, break this no contact, especially because they're lost and they're feeling afraid and they're upset and they don't know what to say to you or how to make things right, and will you listen? So I think the way they approach you won't be like just word vomit. I think they're going to come in quite lighthearted to begin with, and I think that's what's going to activate you thinking that there's something being hidden from you, or that they're being sneaky, that it's going to activate that deceitfulness that you've had from them in the past. That's where it's like you need to take a step back and process things and allow the magic, that things will come out. Things will come out slowly. It's not going to all come rushing out at the same time. Yeah, we are alchemists. We transform fear into love and shadow into light. That's exactly right. 5th of February, 5th of March. 3-3, union. My door just opened and it's locked. That's so weird. Hang on. Even as I sat, so I got up and I just closed the door again and it's locked. But it just opened all on its own. So it's almost like Spirit's about to open a door that potentially you felt has been locked and closed off to this person for a long time. And same with them. They may have locked the door on you a long time ago too, but that's the magic of these connections. 1101, 111. Okay. Number 8, so the 3rd of August. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life is making sense. I actually think both of you are, but different degrees. I think theirs is probably a lot more intense than yours. I think something's repeating for you. And I just heard the start of the year. So if you went through a really heavy dark night of the soul at the beginning of this year, and those feelings are starting to come up for you again, don't be afraid. Don't feel like you're going backwards. It's coming up because when you're going through a Kundalini awakening, it's going to feel very intense and very strong, because it's burning away all those things and all those pains, all those traumas, all those limiting beliefs. So if that's coming up for you again, you two are mirroring. So there's still stuff that you need to burn away through. So it's important to ground and to find things that help it move through you, but also you're help them move through their dark night of the soul. Imagine where you were at the start of this year when you were going through it. That's what they're going through right now, and that's why they're feeling so lost, and that's why they're trying to face their fears and face this dark night of the soul head on, instead of trying to numb themselves with drugs, alcohol, any other distractions. They're trying to just push through, just how you pushed through. One more. Number 6 again. So you got 3, 3 and 6, 6. I miss you. Let's both stop running away. Communication, 6, 6, 6. Just find your center again and focus. It's hard when you're feeling that anxiousness, that fear. But acknowledge it and recognize it instead of trying to suppress it, because it makes it bigger when you do that. Acknowledge it, notice it's there, and then and let it move through you. Number 6 on the bottom, please contact me. I may not respond, but knowing you care opens my heart. I think that I don't think you should, it may be telepathically, but certainly don't reach out in the physical realm, because they need, just like they weren't there to help you through your dark night of the soul, they need to deal with this themselves and find their way through it, so that they can feel that relief when they get through to the other side. And that's the thing. That's why it's so sad to see so many masculines' egos win out, their fear win out, their jealousy and their pride and their arrogance win, because it's, like I said, it's painful, but when you come out the other side, there's a sense of relief and empowerment from it. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to chase that feeling? Why would you rather stay in that lower realm where you're needing to numb yourself all the time and chase superficial connections so that you don't have to face it? Because that initial dark night of the soul is very painful, and that's why people lose their lives to it, and they go into psychosis because they can't handle it. So that's why a lot of people don't face it, but the ones that do, they come out so much better on the other side, so much more connected. And in this case, I think this masculine, maybe they've done that in the past a lot, didn't want to face it, and now this time when they're going through it again, they're recognizing it this time, and they want to face it and they want to deal with it so that they can never have to face it again. And it's not because you don't face uncomfortable feelings for the rest of your life, it's more that you can handle them better. Okay. I think June's an important month for you too, so let me get a timing card and then we'll get some closing messages. Can we get some timing cards for this reunion, please? It's going to take a while, and that's okay. Like it's said in those communication cards, they need time to work through this dark night of the soul. It would not be the right time for them to come forward because they're in the thick of it right now. I just heard disassociating. They're very like, they could be zoning out a lot. You might find that you're zoning out a lot. Yeah, in a few months, but I'm actually very strongly feeling June. But let's get one more. September, okay. September was the end of eclipse season, so I think there was a big energy shift, and perhaps the energy shift in the masculine had some kind of breakthrough where now when they're having this dark night of the soul come on, they're willing to face it now and go through instead of around. That shift that happened in September at the end of the eclipse season has made them now want to go through it instead of avoiding it. Winter. So for us in Australia, winter is June, July, August. So I really feel like June's important here for the two of you. I'll just get one more. Which is more than a few months away. That's like 8 or 9 months away. Okay, January. And next full moon. I know the next new moon is on the 20th of November, but I don't know the full. I think we already had the full moon for November, so it might be the full moon in January is when communication starts to come in and you guys actually have this conversation, and then by June you will have reconciliation. And that might seem like a long way away, but in the scheme of time and spirit, it's not really. Any more? Yeah, way off in the future. So stop waiting. I really think that something significant shifted in the energy of the end of the eclipse season for you and your masculine. And I think by winter next year, but I strongly am feeling June. That's when reconciliation. So again, for you and how we see time and perceive time, June might feel like ages away, but it's really not. And that's how long that they're going to need to really work through a lot of stuff before they'll be ready to come through to you. All right. Just want to get one of these and then I'll get you a divine door. Any last messages? I think with that stallion card that they're breaking free from their societal programming, their family's belief, religious culture, whatever. They're breaking free from the restraints that they've put on themselves, those self-limiting beliefs. 1111. They're willing to face the hard stuff now. I look at my phone every day hoping to see a message from you. Please. Twin flames. I'm not going to get any more. I couldn't give to you like I wanted to because I'm still healing from my past, and that's what they're facing up to now, and that's good. They're strong enough to do it. It's just a lot of times they would rather be proud and arrogant and pretend to be okay than do it, but this one's not doing that. They're facing up to it now. They see you as their twin flame. Divine door. Okay, closing message, please. Just trust. Just breathe and trust. Closing message for this collective, please. Anthony's call. In thanks of my spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found, and you two can find each other again. You can find yourselves and find each other, and it can be done. I think you're both being called not just to trust in the divine, but your inner calling, finding yourselves. And I think that's what you're definitely doing, and this masculine is learning to do. Heeding the call. Very good. All right, have a good day.